Okay, hello, guys. Another Sunday. Here we go. Oh my goodness, this last week, so much happened this last week. Did you feel it? I hope so. I was getting messages that a bunch of you went through this shift this week. You released something, you realized something, you let go of something, you didn't take the bait on something. I don't know, something you released, something that has been holding you back. So, congratulations on that. Doesn't mean it wasn't a stressful week. So, let's take a moment and just kind of clear our energy here. When you're ready, um, let's shake up the energy first. Give me 1 minute here. If you are sensitive to sound, turn your volume down for a couple seconds. Okay, here we go. Let's start with closing our eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose and blow it out your mouth. Okay. Again, in through the nose to 4, 2, 3, 4, and hold it. And blow it out your mouth. 2, 3, 4, and hold. Again, deep in through the nose. Hold it. And out of your mouth. And hold. Last time, make it a good one. Deep in through the nose. And hold. And blow all that crap out of your mouth. And hold. Okay? Once again, we're going to imagine a healing light coming down from the heavens, down through the sky. Comes right above your head. And washes completely over you. Takes all the toxic stuff in your aura down to the earth. And then this healing light enters the top of your head, clearing your crown chakra out. A lot of you need that. And it comes down your head and it's clearing your mind, relaxing the brain. It's going down the back of your head, sides of your head, your ears, getting rid of that tension in the ears. It's going down your forehead, relaxing all those muscles, down your eyes and your nose and your cheeks, and down your chin and jaw. It's relaxing that jaw. Let that jaw go. Oof. And down your neck, the back of your neck, the sides of your neck, your throat. Relaxing everything. Going down your chest, down your upper back, your shoulders, relaxing those shoulders. Down your arms and your hands and your fingers. It's relaxing every muscle, every cell. Take a deep breath in and blow it out and feel yourself relax. And it continues down your lower back and your stomach and your sides, your hips and your butt and your thighs, down your upper legs and your knees, your lower legs and your feet, ankles and toes. Wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingertips, stretch your back and your neck. Feel it all going away. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Blow it out your mouth. Whew. And feel yourself settle. Now imagine a bubble protecting your body, your aura, your spirit. It blocks out the negative, lets in the good. And just take a minute and Feel yourself relaxed. Feel yourself protected. Feel yourself blocking all the crap people are trying to send your way. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, so let's talk about this past week. Whoosh. Okay, so this past week, many of you, I think, felt a deep shift in your inner world. For some, it came as a sudden realization, a moment where something that used to hold power of you simply, lost its grip. For others, it was more subtle, like a heaviness lifting, a clearer perspective, a truth you couldn't unsee anymore. That was the collective shift, movement away from old illusions, attachments, from distorted energies, and moving into alignment with your higher frequency. The energies of this last week were about unraveling, letting go of relationships or letting go of habits or beliefs that no longer resonate with you. That's why many of you have felt maybe emotional swings, irritability, or even exhaustion. You were purging the old layers. So now, as we step into this new week, the energy is changing. It feels a lot more like integration and activation, putting those realizations, putting them to good use. I don't know why my brain just went dead, but like if I had a realization, like I'll say for me, like if I realized, I didn't even know I was still reacting to this thing that way. Now I have to put that, okay, so when this comes up, now I remember this used to be a trigger for me. Don't do that. I don't have to carry that old trauma wound or whatever it is. So just imagine that what shifted last week has now left an open space. And this week is about choosing what fills that space. They're saying don't rush to fill it with distractions or with fear or what feels familiar. Instead, let your higher self take the lead. So you may notice increased synchronicities, numbers, signs, songs, quote-unquote random encounters, or like heightened sensitivity. Your body will like signal clearly what resonates and what doesn't. You might notice a stronger call to ground yourself and simplify, right? Because we're letting go of a lot of stuff. We've been doing a lot of things we don't need to do, but we were still acting out of trauma or past experiences or whatever. So this week is good for, setting your grounding practices, getting them to be routine, whatever that is for you. Walking in nature, touching the earth, touching a tree, focused breathing, whatever it is. It's good for visualization. If you're not actively practicing that, or if you're not good at it and you need to practice, whatever, just see yourself already living whatever it is you're trying to call in. Not chasing it, but inhabiting it. It's also a good week for decluttering. Declutter your space, your energy, your connections, people who cannot go with you in this next chapter. Clear away what doesn't serve so that manifestation flows faster. It's a good week to practice listening. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your inner whispers, your intuitive nudges, things like that. The one caution this week, if you slip into fear, if you slip into impatience or constant doubt, you'll notice resistance building. The energy is very responsive right now, right? It mirrors what you put out. So if you focus on lack, you'll feel more lack. If you focus on abundance and flow, you'll see doors open. So challenges this week. Each morning, and again, as always, I'll put this in the description box, but each morning, speak one sentence of power. You know your life better, whatever that is for you, but just as an example, it doesn't have to be this, something along the lines of, I am aligned, I am open, I am guided. Something like that. Then each night, write down one sign or synchronicity you noticed during the day and track how it's all unfolding. This process we're in now is preparing you for the final quarter of the year. It's a time when things that were delayed can suddenly move quickly. The key is to keep your energy clear and steady, like I've been saying all along. But you're getting to the place, I think you're realizing, where this is no longer a suggestion. This is a necessity. So this week, trust the unfolding. Rest when you're called to rest. Hydrate. Move when inspiration strikes. And above all, just stay open. That's really all I got. That's all I channeled to say this week. So I guess we will get to messages. Give me 1 minute here. Okay. Let me just start with this to get this out of the way. This has been bothering me. A while back, there was a certain person who exited this earth while on stage. I think we all know what we're talking about. And I did a video about that, about what was coming through. And up until this point, they've been trying to say it was this one young kid, blah, blah, blah. It is coming out that is highly unlikely. That they don't think, certain people don't think this particular young person was there, let alone responsible. So I'm sticking with what I said. There were several people. This was not a off-the-cuff thing. This was planned. Other people took part. Other people may have helped unintentionally by giving information, blah, blah, blah. But this was not a single person. This was not a one person who did this. I do think there were young people involved. I'm not so sure it's this specific young person. It is also coming out that, saying this person was in a certain mindset of wanting to exit themselves. That is coming out to be false. So please use your intuition before we're being lied to about a lot of things. I'm just going to say that, okay? I just need to get that out of the way. Okay, let me get this out of the way. I'll try to mark the time if people don't want to hear the sort of political, pop culture stuff that comes through, but it's been coming through, and so I have to say it. I have to say, I believe there are going to be more, there's going to be more political violence, and I don't just mean in the States. If you pull back and look at the whole picture, we're in turmoil, but we're not the only ones. We're far from the only ones. There's a lot of energy shifting all over the globe. And so I do feel like there's going to be more worldwide. Hang on, I don't know what I can say to this. Hold on. Okay, so I guess we're going with a certain person, formerly with the FBI, has been indicted. I don't know why this isn't necessarily important for me to get, but I am. I don't think this goes anywhere. This, no, I won't say it doesn't go anywhere. It's an indictment. It's already gone somewhere. That's stressful, but I think it gets dismissed. I think everybody knows what this is. It gets dismissed before anything even happens. Not by the DOJ dropping charges, obviously, but I think the judge is just like, yeah, there's no case here, or you know what I mean. I think it happens fairly quickly. I mean, as quick as things can go in U.S. courts, but within a year, maybe, because courts, especially at that level, go pretty slowly. But it's part of the grand plan apparently things have to be so ridiculous for people to see how out of control it is. I don't know. We all know what this is. How can I say this? There's just a lot of losses coming, and now I'm in a panic because I was getting away with everything, and how, we tried to get, Jimmy Kimmel off TV. That lasted how many hours? Like, he's furious. This is not somebody who can let things go, clearly. And so it's like the more I try to do something or be spiteful and it doesn't work, like the more I'm going to try. Does that make sense? So just look for that. Yeah, that doesn't go anywhere. It's dumb. We're not doing it. Okay, I'm getting that I have to further explain this. This scenario is playing out on a personal level and a grand scale, okay? So it's this thing about empaths should definitely understand this. Look at your boundaries, okay? We want peace. So somebody will slightly cross a boundary, and so we let it go because we don't want to get into a big drama over it. It's not that important. I'll let it go. Then that person gets past that boundary, so they push another boundary. I'm like, okay, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. It's annoying, but I'm not going to start any drama over this until the next thing you know, you wake up and they're crossing huge boundaries, right? And that's when finally we snap. And it's these little things certain people have been getting away with because people didn't want to go to battle over it. It had to get so big and so ridiculous. So you have no choice but to say, okay, this isn't working. This is messed up. And it's from, people's distrust of police and things like that. And it's like, we let it go until it gets to such a ridiculous point that we're finally like, okay, we're not doing this. That's what this is. And they're saying that's why these kind of things have to happen, is to get people motivated to do something about it. Okay, moving on. Again, on a grand scale and in our own personal lives, it's the same thing. Okay, we're going back to, I don't remember what day it was, but recently I had to talk about this, and I talked about it a few months ago as well, blah, 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 blah. But we're going back to the family that is going to try to gift you something as a way to like butter you up and as a way to, I don't know, take some of the weight off them, make whatever they did not look so bad, something like that. We're coming back to that because there's a family member who's estranged that wants to reconnect. And they may reach out about a legal thing, like and again, it's like a something involving like an inheritance or like a property or a large sum of money or something. But again, there's like strings attached. They're either, again, trying to make something they did not seem so bad, or try to clear their conscience maybe, or like make amends for what things they did in the past. But it's like it's definitely like a strategic move. It's not generosity. It's not, I'm such a good person, here's this gift. It's definitely not that. And it may be a way to have control over you or kind of tie you back into the family junk because it feels like you have disconnected yourself from okay, most likely this is like you're coming from a toxic family or a narcissistic family or something, and you've done the work to kind of move away from that. And like this could be a way to like drag you back in it or make you I don't know, tied to the family or something. But all I see are like lies. And like read the fine print. Something like in some way it would tie you down, hold you back. Yeah, just use caution. Listen to your intuition, because it feels like it's something big. Maybe like it seems life-changing, like a big hunk of money, or like I said, a house or a car or property or something. So obviously it's like very tempting, but I feel like it's a power play. It's manipulative. It's definitely not, like I said, a selfless act. Obviously it's you have free will, accept it, don't accept it, but it's very important to be aware of the underlying intent behind it, and the potential for problems it will bring, because like I said, I feel like there's some kind of legal thing with it, like, or like it's a money pit, or a car that, as my dad would say, nickel and dimes you to death, or if it's property, or like a house or building, like maybe it's on the verge of being condemned, or who knows. But just be cautious with accepting anything like this, because again, I feel like there's ill intent. It's not just because I love you so much and I'm such a great person, here's this generous gift. It's very suspect. So moving on. Okay, this is interesting. So there is somebody who, and I think this came up just this past week in somewhere too, about how you would literally witness somebody who did something to you, somebody who stabbed you in the back or whatever, witness their karma. And that's what I'm getting, that you either have recently been able to view it. I feel like you get to view it from afar, though, where it doesn't drag you in, which is the best way. You either already did recently witness this, or you are about to, because I feel like their life is in utter chaos, simply because they messed with the wrong one. I don't know, maybe you get to hear about it rather than see it, or have to go through it with them, or you might see something about it on social media or something. I don't know, but you get to find out. And you get to know that it is a direct result of messing with an empath, energy worker, starseed, whatever you are. And it feels quick. It feels like this would be somebody who did something this year. This isn't something that's been, although it may be a long time coming. They just did something, I don't know, say since the spring, and immediately, boom, now there's all this karma. And again, don't celebrate it. I know it is kind of like, finally people are getting their karma, but you don't celebrate it because you don't want to create bad karma for yourself. But you will get to see it, and you can't help it if you're a little relieved. Okay, people have been getting away with crap for eons, and I'm sorry, it's nice to see some karma come in, but don't celebrate is a big warning. It's not worth creating your own bad karma. I keep hearing, do you remember, when was that? It had to be like 2020-ish, because I remember them doing remixes for when the election happened and a certain person lost, and it was like, you about to lose your job. Remember that? I keep hearing that, you about to lose your job, in reference to somebody going on a smear campaign against you. Smear campaign again, because once again, you being you, you shine a light on the fact that they are not who they pretend to be, because they pretend to be everything that you just are. They pretend to be. This always comes through. I think they're about to lose their job. You about to lose your job. I can't stop, sorry. I don't know. Somebody who just they just see dollar signs. They just wanted money. There may have been an issue with you paid them to do something, and they kept trying to, diabolical. They kept trying to convince you should pay more, or they should have to do less for the money. I don't know. There's something about how they just saw dollar signs around you. A lot of people around you are going to see who you really are, because karma's coming so quickly, and things you say are happening, or things you not even predict, because I get this a lot, and I don't ever feel like you're out there saying, I am prophesizing, and this is what's going to happen in the world. I don't feel that, whether you do readings or whatever. You're just saying that the way the energy is going, it looks like this is the outcome. Do you know what I mean? And you just sort of say it and don't think anything else of it, and then weeks later or months later, that thing happens, and maybe people wrote it off at first, but people are really starting to pay attention now. Like, there is something going on with you. There's something undeniable now about, like, oh my gosh, this person actually is a light worker, or I don't know, this person is chosen. You know what I mean? I don't know. Something along those lines. But then again, that brings more toxic energy projected your way, because if people start to see this, then these other people have to admit that they're a sham. Their whole facade is a facade. It's all fake. I don't know why I'm hearing they'd have to pay back a lot of money. I don't want to talk about these people. Why am I seeing a church? I want to go back to a church, people. It's not up to me. I don't know. I'm seeing, how in churches they pass the thing around for donations. What is that about? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, okay, no. Hold on. Okay. Let me see what this is. We're going here. I don't know. There's a lot of like illegal things going on, happening around a community, a group of people, a lot of people. There is a community of people, and the idea of this group of people is like that they are good people, like a church or a group like that. But there's like illegal things going on in that community. And I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is in your personal lives or this is going on in the news. I don't know what this is. But there's like a lot of fraud and money laundering and something having to do with children. And somebody wrapped up in it, somebody trapped in a web of their own doing. Yes, connected to you, whoever you are, because they were like trying to take you down. They were trying to take, I don't know, because you were messing up their performance, their persona. You were getting people to look at, not that you were trying to get people to look at you, but people see that you are what these people pretend to be. Some sort of dark energy witchcraft is what I'm seeing. I just have to say that. Alright, let me start a second. I need to put a warning on this, I guess. Let me start another one.